Obviously a hard-fought game. Really happy for Eric the way he rebounded tonight and the way he played. I thought both goaltenders, after last night with 10 goals scored, played well. I thought that they had tremendous pushback tonight, which we expected. I think we had to weather a few when we turn it over, but I thought our guys really sold out tonight. You could see with how many block shots we had, even at the end of that penalty kill with about 6 minutes to go. We couldn't get off the ice, but I don't know how many times we blocked shots. And that was that want to, even in the pull goalie situation, when the puck's a foot or two from the goal, we were able to get it out rather than those pucks staying in. So just really happy for our guys at the way they played this weekend.
Did this feel like a significant step forward for your team?
Well, I mean, it was an important weekend. These last 2 weeks, obviously we were disappointed with the St. Cloud weekend, and we looked at it as a 4-game segment. Starting with that road trip to win and tie, and then to come back and win and tie again this weekend. And now we have a week off to kind of catch our breath. And we've had a tough stretch. We're 4-2-2, probably in a position where we could have had one more win, but at the same time, we've only had 3 home games. We're back on the road 3 of the next 4 in the next 4-game segment. So, we just want to continue to take steps. And you play an outstanding team like North Dakota, and how hard they compete, it forces you to play at a little bit higher level too. And I think they certainly brought out the best in us this weekend.
What does a game like this do for Eric Schierhorn's confidence? He comes in with numbers maybe not ideal.
Yeah, I think that the history with Eric is when he has an off night, on game 1, that he usually rebounds and plays really well. And that's kind of what he's done so far this year. Now we got to get him back in the groove with that consistency, and he's a good goaltender, and we certainly have a lot of confidence in him. But we did a good job protecting him, I think, at times tonight with the block shots and trying to sell out a little bit too.
Special teams were big for you guys again tonight. How much are those coming along at this point?
Well, I mean, our power play was close to 25%, and I really, even though the numbers weren't where we hoped they would be at this point with the penalty kill, I think our penalty kills look really good. Part of that is when Eric's on, it makes a difference in your penalty kill too. But with the rotations and the progress Romenko and Rammer have made this year, I think has really helped. And I think our rotations have been much better. We're not giving up as many good shots. And like a game like tonight, when they get one, Eric was there to make the save, and that's such a critical component in your penalty kill.
How important was it to play and hold the lead?
Well, I mean, yeah, I think that's, considering what's happened the last couple of weeks with, being ahead or behind by 3 and the way the games have turned out. But, to close it out, I think was important. And just the way we were playing, you could sense it was a little bit different tonight. And, Eric stood tall in the third, and that's a big part of it too. Your goaltender's got to step up in a critical moment, and tonight he did right through the penalty shot.
So what was different? You said it was a little different compared to like St. Cloud.
With what?
Tonight.
Well, I mean, you start getting on your heels and you give up space. You can't. I mean, you had tonight. I thought that we got into people a lot more. This was probably the most physical weekend we've had all year long, and that's probably part of the rivalry and the way we had to play this weekend. I think the guys understood that, but at the same time, this is for you to be effective and on a consistent basis. You got to play through people.
Your team structure seemed a lot more compact tonight. You guys were between the dots, shutting everything down this side of the ice. Is that a big point of
Well, I mean, the big thing was, play below the dots. I mean, they're a good cycle team as an offensive team, and that top line is could be hard to handle. And I thought we did obviously a better job of that tonight. That when they lost 2 games last weekend, that line didn't score, and obviously they didn't get a goal tonight. And that's when you've got a top end line like that, you got to try to shut them down. And that Klus took that challenge, especially tonight. We talked about their team meeting, but I thought the matchups with the lines, I thought Vinny's line played really well. We moved him back to center. Novak, we got production from last night. And then just, the way our Romenko's line played, I thought Norman did a good job. Played, a little tenacious game and hard on pucks like I thought he would tonight. That's why I wanted to put him in our lineup.
Is Camerata injured or just coach's decision?
No, just coach's decision.
Sadek?
He was tweaked. He got a little tweak in practice this week, and we kind of felt more he'd probably be able to play 1 game this weekend, and he should be fine. Probably midweek for practice, but he just wasn't in a position to go tonight.
Your defenseman kept North Dakota in check on the rush. What was the key to?
Well, I
to
mean,
shutting
making sure
them?
you're not outnumbered is a big part of it, and you know, I thought those two young guys played really well. This was kind of a Ryan Lindgren type of game where, you know, he's gonna play in your face and hard to play against, and, you know, get into people and block shots, but I thought all the guys did a pretty good job tonight. You know,